Dude, after we recorded last week, I like the next day I woke up, still at 102 fever. I was like this close to going to ER.
Hmm.
Like that close. I didn't go to work. It was bad, dude. It was bad. Hey, friends, it's time for another new episode of the Two Clouded Mind Show with your favorite hosts, Kris.
I have a very caveman brain.
And Dave.
He's falling apart in front of our eyes.
Subscribe to the Two Clouded Mind Show on YouTube
See our pretty faces.
and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Two clouded minds. Come on.
Two clouded minds, baby. I love you guys.
Oh my God, you're meant to do that.
What's up, guys? I'm back. I'm
Yes.
bringing the energy today.
Nice.
I apologize about last week. That was horrible. But we showed up.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. But we're back. Another episode, Two Clouded Minds. Myself and Dave. How are you, friend?
Hello and welcome. I'm good. How are you doing?
I am good, man. Way better than I was.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you made it through.
Yeah, dude. Definitely have more energy than I did. I almost like really barely even remember the last episode.
It's okay. I have good news for you.
It's documented.
You can go watch it anytime. Yeah. You don't even have to watch it all at the same time. You can like sort of piece it up together and like watch a few minutes here and a few minutes there. Kind of remind yourself. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'll get the cliff notes.
There you go.
Oh my God. So how are you, bud? I see you got your snow. I almost said surfboard. You snowboard back there.
Yeah, I had to put it someplace. So it's back there for right now. I'll probably be bagging it up and stowing it away at some point soon. I think I've already done all my snowboarding for the year.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, is the season over?
I mean, depending on where you are, obviously. Like if you're out in like Colorado, I'm sure the season goes till at least the end of the month. But yeah, around here, I gotta believe it's pretty much cooked. You know.
I mean, the last 2 days felt like summer.
Yeah, exactly. It was like
It's
67 degrees or whatever it was, and I gotta believe any place that was close to here, your snow it's over. It's over.
Yeah. That was a far cry from the median temperature here for the last probably 60 days was anywhere between 20 and 32 degrees, which sucks. We had two blizzards, two snows.
I'll tell you what though, dude. Maybe I don't know because I went to work every day. I was about to say maybe it's me, but like I was in and out of the car, in and out of the house, in and out of the office, whatever. I was outside. It wasn't a very cold winter.
That one snap we had where we had that polar blanket from Canada where it was like 8 degrees for a week.
Was it even that long though? Was it even a full week or was it just a couple days?
I think maybe 4 days, but still, like those 4 days hurt. But yeah, I think I can agree with you. I work outside. I dig holes.
Yeah, but you haven't been doing that for that long, right? How long have you been doing that? 2 months?
Valentine's Day was my first day.
Valentine's Day, so not even a month.
Not even a month.
Yeah. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Shut up.
Take it easy.
No,
Take it easy. I did some overnight in the pouring rain.
But yeah, like I don't think it was really like overall as a whole. I think we probably had a warmer winter.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a very cold winter. Is all I'm trying to say.
Well, we didn't really even have that. It was a pretty mild summer the past summer.
I think,
Holy fuck, we're old talking about the weather.
yeah. Well, that's what happens. You get a few nice days, and it's like, okay, I'm ready for this shit now. Let's go.
Yeah. But we all know March is super bipolar.
Mhm.
So we're definitely, I mean, I'm just strong feeling that we're done with snow for the season, but we're definitely going to get days where it's a little cooler.
I think it's supposed to get cold again next week, and like a week from today or a week from tomorrow, they're calling for snow.
Come on.
Yeah. Maybe not a lot of snow. Not a snow. It's not like a big accumulation, but it's going to snow again.
I'm saying it right here, folks.
Oh boy.
No snow. It's gonna change the rain.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
We'll see what
I have a
happens. We'll see if you're right or not.
yeah. Good question for you.
Okay, go ahead. Is it about the weather or snow or anything like that?
No, it's about
Okay.
like life stuff, like normal, everyday life stuff that I think most people should know how to do,
Okay.
but it's been every bit of 15 years since I did this.
Okay.
When was the last time you sewed something?
I sew stuff all the time.
Really?
All the time.
Fuck.
I'm handy with the needle and thread.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody really noticed or knows this. I don't even know if I've ever said this on the show publicly,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been I'm in a new place. I've been without a significant other for I guess a year now.
Yeah.
So like
Real ones know.
yeah. So like a lot of normal daily functions that everybody should know, I've just been put on the back burner because I've always been like, "Hey, can you help me with this?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can you help me with this?"
Right.
You know what I mean? Dude, I tried to sew my comforter before. I didn't I think it's success. It was a success. But it took me every bit of 30 minutes to thread the needle.
Oh, really?
Dude,
You don't have one of those things, one of those tools?
I found it in the kit. It took me a minute to use it. Dude, I'm blind. And that it's such a microscopic hole that I'm trying to get this to. But finally, I figured out that tool thing
Mm-hmm.
and I got it. I think the sew job, it's not the prettiest, but it came out. It did the hole is gone out of my blanket. It was like emitting these like little fibers everywhere. Like all of my hoodies have this like white fibers all over them. Looks almost like cat hair.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It was coming out of your comforter.
Yeah.
So now the comforter's hole is sewn up. Nice.
Sure is.
Good for you, buddy. Good for you.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
yeah.
Yes, I'm handy with the needle and thread. I've sewed plenty of things. In fact, I have to. There's one thing on my list that I still have to sew. There's one vest that I have, and the right hand pocket. There's a hole in it. I gotta sew that shit up.
I've sewn patches like on like old punk rock vests.
Sure, I got one of those right over here.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, I got mine right here.
There you
go. Yeah. But it was tough, dude. I was like, I'm sitting there, like I feel my lips starting to sweat. I'm like licking it. And I keep missing. And I drop the needle and I can't find the needle. I'm like,
that's bad. Yeah, you don't want to have a rogue sewing needle just floating around on your carpet
no.
or your floor. I had so a couple weeks ago, I dropped my phone and it hit face first on the edge of a glass table.
Ooh.
And it broke the shield, the cover, the the thing you put on the screen of the phone.
Yeah.
I had the protector on there. I guess I'm lucky I did because I might have broke the actual phone screen in that case.
Oh yeah.
But it broke the thing. It like cracked the shield. So I had to take off the old shield and put on a new shield. So I guess when I still kind of don't know how it happened, but I had to remove the old shield and put a new one on.
Mm-hmm.
At some point during the removal process or something, I somehow dropped a shard of the glass from the screen protector. Like I guess it like cracked and started rippling like when I pulled it off, and like I guess a little tiny shard of it like broke off, and maybe it went on my clothes and I didn't notice it, and then as I was walking it like fell off, but it basically found its way into like the middle of the room. And so now I'm walking with my socks on, and I'm walking, and I take a step with my left foot, and then I take a step with my right foot, and then this shard of glass goes directly into my foot. It just goes right in there, and I'm like, like I felt it right away. I felt it go in exactly, and I'm like, oh my God. So I stopped, and I kind of like didn't push it. Thankfully, I didn't push it all the way in. Like I didn't make the full step. I stopped in time, so it was still sticking out. So I had to like hop all the way over into the bathroom so that I could like sit on the toilet so that I could like take this thing out of my foot. But I got it out in one piece and everything was okay, but it was quite something for a moment.
Like that sucks real bad.
Glass in your foot? Yeah, it sucks.
But in the grand scheme of things, it's better that you stepped on it and nobody else.
True.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. But I don't have a lot of guests, so I'm not worried about that.
True.
But yeah, fair.
Dude.
Fair.
Yeah, man. Sewing.
Sewing. Am I right?
Am I seriously? Seriously.
Yeah, man. I honestly don't mind it. I used to have like a little kit, like one of those. It was like a little plastic case, and you open the top, and it's got like 6 different little threads in there, like a red thread, green, blue thread, a white thread, a black thread, whatever. And then it has like a little like sponge thing, and there's some needles stuck in the sponge, and there's got the little plastic thimble, which is bullshit because you can't put that on your finger.
Yeah.
So I get rid of that all the time. And then it has usually one of those little tools, the tool that you stick through the hole, and then you pull the thread back through the hole with it.
It took me forever to figure that thing out. I know I used it the wrong way, and the thing came apart on me. So it's in 2 pieces now.
You're supposed to put it through the hole of the thread of the needle. Put that wire thing. You poke it through the hole of the needle, and you put the thread through the wire thing. And then you pull it back out, and it pulls the thread into the
Okay,
needle.
that's what I did essentially. Yeah.
It's genius.
Nightmare. It was a nightmare.
That's something we should do. We should do like a race to see who could thread a needle faster. That's something
You'll
we
beat
got to.
me 100 times out of
We
100.
got to put that on a list or something, so that next time we do a game with somebody, that's a physical challenge. Thread the needle. You have to thread like 3 different needles with 3 different types of thread.
Can I get like the comically large needles, like with the big eyelets?
I don't know. That doesn't seem to be quite as fun, but we'll see. Maybe if it's a big giant comical needle, it's gonna have to be some pretty big giant comical thread,
like a rope.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a big ass like a pool noodle or something.
Dude. Yeah, we got to come up with. Well, I mean, I have a list somewhere floating around on my pile of mess here, of some possible game, like rough game ideas that we could do.
Oh, speaking of a rough game idea, we have a big update.
Oh boy, what do we got?
Big update. Hold on a second. Hear ye. Sorry. So Dungeons and Dragons, bro. I've been messaging back and forth with a dungeon master. We have a guy.
Okay.
So here's what we have to do. You and I have to make some decisions here, because I know what the hourly rate is for the guy, and I think it's completely fair. What we could do, in my imagination, the best way for this to be done is for us to meet him, do a little interview with him, so let him be the featured guest for a particular episode, so people get to meet him.
Yep.
Because he does more than just Dungeon Master stuff. He does a lot of other stuff too. That's how I met him, doing other stuff. And then what we have to do is, like, in order to do a quest or a campaign or whatever you want to call it, we have to have characters, and then depending on what kind of character you are, that depends on like what kind of like strengths you have and talents you have and all this other stuff. So he said that we could make pre-made characters. We could use pre-made characters, or we can make characters ourselves. If we decide to make characters, there you go. If we decide to make our own characters, it would you and that Zoom, bro. If we decided to make our own characters, it would probably take a lot longer. Like we'd have to, but like what we could do is we could meet him on Zoom, and we could do our interview over Zoom, and also do our character creation over Zoom as well. And maybe that's like a couple hours where we talk to him about making up our different characters. And then once we create our characters, and that would, I think, be the better idea versus using pre-made characters. I think it would be more fun. It'll be more like Showtime. It'll be like this is going to end up being a podcast series that we do. There's going to be several episodes. But like the first part of it is going to be us creating our characters. So we have to create our characters over Zoom, and then eventually, once we have the characters created and we want to do our actual campaign, we could always do that in person. Because I know you said that there was that place that has
Stoned Dojo.
Yeah, that has you can rent hours at an actual place.
Yeah.
So I think that would be more fun if we did that in person with him.
Yeah, I think the game has to be done in person for sure.
Yeah, but like the character prep, I think could be done over Zoom. Yeah. So that's basically our update. Is that I have all the ducks are lined up. They're in a row. We're pretty much ready to do our thing. So it'll just become a matter of, are you cool with that? Are you cool with that plan? And then the next thing is trying to figure out a date and time when we can get on the Zoom with this guy and get it cooking.
I have a random question, and obviously it's okay if you say no, but are we doing like sort of an open call to any friends?
Well, here's what I was thinking about that. Because if we do open call to friends, that means that they have to commit to the same amount of time for this as we have to commit to the same amount of time for this, which is they have to be there present for the whole character creation portion and all this other stuff. And that's a big ask.
Yeah.
And that's not really, when you get down to it, that's not fun for somebody.
True.
So what I think we should do, and I'm going to sort of okay it with him, because if there's pre-made characters, then we should be able to pre-make some characters also. So what I think we should do is we should make our own characters and make 2 extra characters. Okay. Once we've built our 2 characters, we should have a pretty clear understanding of what it is. And either, I don't know if we would build them all at the same time, or if we build them one by one. I'm not sure how we would do that, but either way, I think we should just make 2 more characters. And sometimes maybe we make them kind of funny. There's something funny about them. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be exactly totally serious. Like, it's going to be somebody like, okay, you're going to be our guy who's like this, and oh, by the way, you're only 3 feet tall, and something like that, or whatever it is. So I think that that's the way we handle that, because it would be much easier to put out an open call for somebody to just come do the campaign without having to do all the other stuff.
True.
So I'm completely fine with that part. But I think the way we handle it is we just create our own characters for them. We like pre-make their characters, and then when we all get together, we say, okay, this is who you are, this is what you look like, this is what your deal is. We maybe let them pick their own name type of deal, but the characters' like strengths and talents or whatever the attributes are, the traits, that's already pre-done, so they don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
I got a funny idea.
I'll tell you whether it's funny or not.
You and I will make our characters.
Yeah.
And then since we're making essentially 2 other characters,
you
make yours and I make mine, and then we reveal.
I don't think it's gonna be possible, because we all have to. We have to talk to the guy in the open and be like, okay, this person's going to, there's really no way to, unless you want to make notes as we're going along. But the thing is, we might just have to make all the 4 characters at the same time.
You're right. Yeah.
Like first you pick a class, then you pick a this, then you pick a that. So we may have to just make them all be like, okay, well, I want this, you want that. But we also want to have one of these in our crew, and we want to have one of those in our crew. So I think we should try to be somewhat strategic with it, so that way, like, we have somebody who's like a cleric or whatever, who's somebody who can heal us, and then somebody who can, blah blah blah, like, who fills in the gaps from whatever we decide to do, because we might both be, I'll be this guy and you'll be that guy, but then we also could really use, like I said, one of those guys who can heal us and one of those guys who can do something else. You know what I mean? So I think it better to approach it that way.
Dude, I'm excited.
Yeah, it should be fun.
I'm real excited.
But yeah,
That's gonna be fun.
it'll probably, like I said, it'll probably end up being like a show series where we do it over the course of however many episodes. But that's fine.
Yeah, that works. That's perfect. Yeah. We'll talk privately about what his costs are, and then we'll figure out like how much time, because like the way, especially my weird schedule works, we may have to do like either 2 nights in a row or like block out, say, just for a time, just say it's 10-hour campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't do 10 hours in one stretch. That's a big ask for everybody.
Right.
But maybe if we did like 2 5-hour blocks at the dojo, maybe we do like, just for an argument, Monday, Tuesday, or we might have to do like Monday and Monday.
Right.
You know
I feel like that could be discussed later. I don't think we have to worry about that too much. We got stuff to do before then.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna have to let me know like what your Zoom availability is gonna be like over the next like week or two or whatever, and then we'll work something out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah. So it's moving forward. So people can't say we never followed through on that. We're doing it.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for quite some time, and
we're doing it.
You guys are getting it.
You
guys are gonna get it.
And this guy is like he's serious. Like, and when we pay our fee or whatever, it's supposed to also cover a set of dice as well. So we're gonna get like a set of dice, the 20-sided die and all stuff. We're gonna get our own set of dice, and I feel like there was something else that we get as well. But you do get your own set of dice, which I was actually thinking, because I went to this one hobby shop sort of near where I live, and they had all these different fancy sets of dice, and I immediately,
they get expensive, don't they?
They probably do. Yeah, I didn't look at them seriously because I was just like, oh, dice, But once I started thinking about this, like once I started talking to him, I was like, oh man, maybe I'll buy my own set of dice. But I never went back to look at them. I have no idea how much they cost. They're probably, like, for what they are, they're probably insanely expensive.
Yeah.
How much would you say a set of dice would cost off the top?
I say just like median price, a set of dice. It's 5 dice.
Yeah,
right?
like I don't know, honestly. I have no idea. It just whatever the basic price would be. I'm gonna go to Amazon.com and see.
I'm gonna say base price probably $14.99 for a basic pair or set.
All right, D&D dice set. Here we go. You said $14.99?
Yeah, it's 5 dice, right?
7. It looks like
7. Ooh.
All right,
I'm not locked in on that $14.99 yet.
Well, you're not. You're really in the range, because I see anywhere from $9.99 up to $28.99 right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was only going to go up to $19.99. 7 dice.
Yeah, I see one for $14, $12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, $25 with the dragon eye.
They've got a. I'm sure they have like stupid expensive ones that are made out of like elf bone or something weird.
There's a bunch of. It seems like the dragon eye ones are the most expensive ones. It looks like it has like a little, like the eye of Sauron inside there.
Ooh.
Sauron, whatever it is. There's Pikachu dice. There's a. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's rubber ducks inside. Rubber ducks. Let's see. Yeah, there's some pretty cool dice sets. Metal, D&D sci-fi dice. Bloodstained metal dice. That's funny.
Ooh, that sounds cool as hell.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, he like you said, or like I said, we get dice from this guy. Maybe he just has like a regular colored set of dice, which would probably be fine. But
Mhm.
we'll find that out in the character creating process. And if we want to add like a super cool set of dice and pick one up, I wouldn't be opposed to that either.
All right, cool.
But we'll see what he has. We'll
Honestly,
see what he
you
has
got
to offer
you put
first.
some lead in my pencil with those blood stained metal dice.
Yeah, this is a good one. This would be. I think this would be a cool set to get. They're only $17,
Okay.
so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's there's a lot of dice. There's a lot of different dice here. Red white mix. 7-die metal D&D dice set. Dungeons and Dragons. These are like really like. See, it's funny because you're gonna have to participate in Dungeons and Dragons, and there's no cars.
That's fine. Cause like
You're
when I
you're
was a
in a
kid,
fantasy movie.
yeah, when I
The
was a
very thing you
kid,
hate.
I play. I could be a time traveling something and bring a car into the fantasy world.
I don't know. I don't know if that'll work. I'm pretty sure you can't have cars. You can have like a beast probably to ride.
Ooh,
Some sort of beast or animal.
I'm definitely gonna have myself like a oh, what was He-Man's Battle Cat?
Battle
I'm gonna have
cat.
a Battle Cat. Cringe. Cringer. I think Cringer was his name.
Is that what it was? I can't remember.
Yeah. Speaking of, I think this summer there's
Yeah,
a
we talked about
Masters
it.
of the
Yeah.
Universe. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not exactly like psyched up for that. I'm not like, oh man, I got to see this for like nostalgia purposes. I don't feel that way.
No, if it was a cartoon, then yeah, I'd go. Like if
I
it
would
was like
not.
the old school.
I wouldn't. I like that was one of my favorite things when I was a kid. Like I was a big He-Man kid. But
Mhm.
like right now, I have no like the He-Man. See, I guess maybe part of it is because like they've done such bad jobs in the past. Like the one He-Man movie they made was an absolute abomination, and like any GI Joe
That was a
movies,
joke.
it was terrible. And any GI Joe movies they've made have been pretty bad.
Mhm.
So like they've pretty much ruined those things. So I just don't have any hope that it's going to be anything good.
Yeah, no.
It's a clear attempt to just capitalize on Generation X. That's all it is. Try to get some
And
money from Gen X.
whether it's a big flop in the box office or not, they'll still make their money. Just crazy
I
because
don't know.
most of it's
I
going
don't
to
know
be
how that works.
CGI.
That's probably true. Yeah. So
Just like go ahead,
I'm going to change the subject completely.
go for it.
Have you ever heard of Stockholm syndrome?
I have,
Do you
and I
know?
think I know exactly what it is. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think I know around about what it is.
Okay, go ahead. What do you got?
Stockholm syndrome is that something where like you sit inside or you're stuck inside
Go ahead.
and you can't leave like the room or your house or something? Am I in the right ballpark?
No, no. But I want you to keep going, though. I want you to keep
All
going.
right. Stockholm syndrome. Is that when someone manipulates you to feel like a certain way?
Not really. No, no. I mean, that's maybe a little closer to it, but it's not really what it is. No.
Mm,
Okay, so here's what it is.
yeah.
It's it's a proposed condition to explain why hostages occasionally develop a psychological bond with their captors.
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
So someone gets held hostage or
They
kidnapped.
fall in love with the kidnapper or something.
Right. They become attached emotionally to the kidnapper, and then they don't want to leave. They want to stay in captivity, and they won't or in some cases they won't testify against the captor.
Yeah, they become a sympathizer.
Yeah.
Do we have any good examples?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's a really good one.
Sick.
It was actually named after a specific guy. It's a result of one specific dude who helped create Stockholm syndrome. His name is
Okay.
Clark Olofsson. Clark Olofsson was a Swedish criminal, basically. Swedish bank robber and criminal. Just a lifetime criminal.
Okay.
So like go ahead.
You like froze up for a second. I got nervous.
Oh, sorry. Where did you
No,
get?
you're good. All criminal.
So he's a criminal. Lifelong criminal. He spent more than half of his life in prison, but he just kept breaking out.
Okay.
So they would put him in prison, and then he would break out. Or the craziest thing that I found out is that he would get like day releases. Like he would get like a part-time job, and they would allow him to get the part-time job, and then he would have to leave jail to go work at his job and then go back to jail at the end of the day. Or like he was cast into a play, and the people who were running the play convinced the jail that this would be really good for his rehabilitation. So they cast him in the play, and then the day of the play, he would get out and go to rehearsals and stuff, and then at the end of the rehearsal or whatever, he would go back to jail at the end of the night. And then the day of the play, they let him out, and instead of going to the play, he just escaped from jail. He just like ran away. And so he just kept like running. Like they would give him a day release for this or give him a day release for that. So they kept, to be honest with you, I feel like they kind of were asking for it because they kept letting this guy out to go here and to go there and to go wherever. So you had to know he was going to flee the country or he was going to do this or do that. You had to know he was going to do it. He just kept doing it over and over again. But they just kept letting him out.
One smooth talking son of a bitch.
Well, that's the thing. He must have been incredibly charismatic because at one point he had robbed banks, and he would rob a bank and just be like, "Hey, this is me. I'm robbing a bank right now. Everybody be calm. I'm robbing the bank." And one time he went in with a soda bottle in his jacket pocket, and he just kept the soda bottle in his jacket and pointed it,
Uh-huh.
And he robbed a bank with a soda bottle at one point. And
Gangster.
yeah. And so at a later point, somebody else that he knew ended up trying to rob a bank after talking to him about it.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy fucked up everything. Like he completely botched the whole deal. He ended up taking 4 hostages in the bank vault, and the police were surrounding the place, and they're like, you got to come out. And he's like, I'm not coming out. He's like, go get me Carl Olofsson. And they're like, why do you want Carl Olofsson? He's like he's a criminal. He's a bank robber. Why do you want him? Oh, because I just need him. I need him to talk. So they bring Carl Olofsson to the bank, and he goes inside the bank with this guy who's got these people as hostages, and basically Carl Olofsson joins him. He's a friend of his, and he's like, "Listen, okay, we're gonna get this straightened out." So he basically takes over the bank robbery, and they start like having fun with the hostages and blah blah blah. He starts hitting on one of the hostages. They play music and they're dancing together and they're doing all this stuff. They're having a great time. So at the end of and they basically just keep trying to like convince them, like gaslight them essentially into saying like we're actually the victims here, this is the police are repressing us or whatever. At one point they have the woman, one of the female hostages, make a phone call to the police in which she petitions for them to be let out. She's like, please just leave them alone, and then eventually the police storm the vault and get the people out.
Mm-hmm.
And none of the people would testify against them.
Wow.
And so that's why it's called Stockholm Syndrome, because it happened in Stockholm, where these
That's what I
criminals.
was going to say. Where'd they come from? Like that name.
It was in Stockholm where these criminals, or where this crime happened. This bank robbery with hostage situation happened, and the hostages were more connected to the bank robbers than they were to the police.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because
There's
like,
go ahead.
good.
I was gonna say there's a really good like mini series about it on Netflix. It's called Clark.
Okay.
And it's like a foreign language movie, but it's dubbed with English words, so you can understand it. You don't have to read subtitles.
Perfect.
And it's very dramatized. It's very much, but they say it's based on truths and lies.
Okay.
But it's very entertaining, and I think it's only like 8 episodes or something like that. So
Clark.
you just get through it pretty easily. But yeah, it's very interesting. This is it. Like the term Stockholm syndrome is literally because of this one dude.
That's cool.
People use that term all the time. Maybe not all the time, but they use it enough.
Yeah.
And this dude, but it's so crazy because he just kept like they would just they just kept letting him out of jail, and he would be like, thanks, and he just fucking skip bail and run, right? And he would just like leave the country, go to a different country, rob a different bank in a different country, do this, do that.
Can you imagine? That's insane.
And this all happened during like the 60s, like so I guess security wasn't quite as tight then. People were loosey goosey. He was doing it in
like,
European countries.
You bring up that story and how like this guy kept like just being let out the front door of jail on the 22nd of this month. I go in for my physical evaluation to start the police academy to be a Monmouth correction officer.
What?
Yeah, dude. Breaking news.
So wait. I think that's appropriate. So
Yeah,
you're going to be a corrections officer?
Yes.
And is this going to be in addition to the other 2 jobs you have, or are you going to get rid of one of those jobs?
No, this will be my only gig.
Oh, so you're going to get rid of both of those jobs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of work are we talking about here?
Basically, CO work. I'll be working in the Monmouth County Jail. I don't know if I'll be in the men's or the women's side.
You'll be in the men's side.
I'll just be basically monitoring inmates.
What the fuck does that mean?
Basically making sure they stay in line.
So it's
whatever.
it's like your bouncer job, but just way more aggressive. It's like
Where people can
involuntary bouncer.
Yeah, where people can throw piss and shit at me.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. Why?
But no,
Max Crosby did not pass his physical today. Oh my God.
What does that mean?
Trade off. Oh my God.
Guys, I don't know. He's excited. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure we're gonna find out in a second.
Ravens backed out of the Max Crosby
ball.
trade. This is crazy. Yeah. Well, okay. So I'm sorry to step all over your job thing, but we'll get to that. Free agency just started. Technically, it doesn't start till tomorrow. Like, they're not able to sign until tomorrow. But agreements have been made. A whole bunch of them were made yesterday, whether it was a trade agreement or a free agent signing agreement. And this one big major player, defensive player, Max Crosby, you would love him. He was going from the Raiders to the Ravens in a trade. The Ravens were giving up 2 first-round picks, and the Raiders were giving up Max Crosby because he's that good.
Okay.
Max Crosby failed his physical today, so the Ravens backed out of the trade. That's big news.
Did he have dirty urine?
I don't know what it was. It probably wasn't that, but something about his physical he didn't pass.
Damn, Gina.
So that's big fucking news. Now he's obviously, they're able to trade him to somebody else, but he was dealing with an injury last year that the team thought was very serious, so they shut him down. And he tweeted about how, I shouldn't be shut down. I should be allowed to play. Like, he was pissed off that he got shut down. He's like, This team is just trying to tank. They're like, they don't want to win. I don't want to be here if they don't want to win. They're just trying to tank by shutting me down, and now he doesn't pass his physical. I wonder if it has anything to do with that.
That's insane.
That is insane. I mean, if you're not a football fan, then you don't give a shit. But it's a big deal. Yeah.
Shout out. I hope everything works out for him.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. He's going to make millions and millions of dollars. Like he's going to be fine, I think, but yeah, that's big news. And now cuz the thing is, like I've been saying this at work the last 2 days, like we have to kind of remind ourselves that none of these deals have been finalized until Wednesday at 4:00. You can't start. I think it's 4 p.m. that the league year starts. It could be later, earlier in the day. I'm not sure, but you can't actually sign any of this stuff pen to paper until tomorrow, till Wednesday. So you just gotta hope that none of these deals fall apart between Monday and Wednesday.
Got it.
So far, one of the biggest deals, if not the biggest deal, certainly the biggest trade, just fell through.
Damn.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
That does suck.
Yeah, but it's good for somebody else because now most likely he'll end up getting traded someplace else.
He's going to go to the Giants.
I'm sure Giants fans would really like that. This dude is awesome. He's not just good. He's elite. He's very good.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So it should be interesting to see where he ends up now. That's crazy.
Fuck yeah.
That's crazy. All right. Anyway, so you're gonna be trying to be a corrections officer and get people to put pee-pee and poo-poo on you all the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
So basically, what you said was like, oh, these people these drunk ass people at this bar are such assholes. I can't fucking stand these people. I want to get a new job. Oh, I'll get a job where the people are sober and they're even worse of assholes, and they're gonna put shit on me.
It was an opportunity came up. So not that I wanted to ever like always be in law enforcement.
But you've always been a narc.
No, not that I've been a narc. I feel like I'd be a good fit in that position somehow. But an opportunity came up a few months ago, and I kind of let it slip through the cracks. And then I was like, well, I'm too old. And I spoke to the guy, like the recruiting officer. He's like, dude, you're definitely not too old. As long as you can do X, Y, and Z for the physical, you'll be fine, which is basically I have to run 1.5 miles in 19 minutes. 20 push-ups in a minute, 20 sit-ups in a minute. Like,
okay, that doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, no, that's cake.
I feel like I could do all those things
for sure.
The mile would be tough, not because it's not tough to do that. It's just I'm really out of shape.
Yeah,
but that would be honestly that would probably be tough for me. But I think I could still do it. I would just be throwing up when I'm done.
I feel like a steady
push-ups
pace.
and the sit-ups, I could do that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's easy. That's real easy.
Yeah, 20 is not a lot. You realize you don't realize how fast you could do 20.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. Obviously I have to go through the full police academy. They're gonna like tase me. They're gonna pepper spray me.
You have to go through the full police academy. So you have to become a full police officer in order to do corrections.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Pretty cool, huh?
No.
I'll get issued a service weapon, which is pretty rad.
Okay. What are you gonna do with that? Shoot.
It'll stay in my locker when I'm not on duty. And I'm sure you're not allowed to have firearms in the jail. So it'll probably...
Somebody's got to have them.
Yeah.
You probably won't because you're a new guy. You probably get a wooden gun or a set of keys or something.
I'd probably get a taser.
If you're lucky.
Or pepper spray.
Maybe one of those batons, just like a baton.
I think you definitely have a baton
bop.
No matter what.
Little bop, bang.
Yeah, dude. One
get
of those.
2 batons and be like a drummer. Ba-da-doop, ba-da-doop.
I'll be like Neo from the Matrix.
Bongoing on people's heads.
Akimbo batons.
Yeah.
That'd be
exactly
sick,
right.
dude. So yeah, if it works out and I make it through the academy, I'm not fully locked in yet. I still have questions for the recruiter. To during the academy, I'm not allowed to hold any other job. He said it's a salary based, you get paid salary based, but he wasn't fully clear on how much. And I kind of feel like an asshole asking, but that's kind of important
Yeah, no,
because
you shouldn't feel like an asshole asking that. You need to know that
I
information.
need to know. Like, if I can't afford to pay my bills every month just to do the academy,
Right. It's a
then
problem.
it's not worth it, you know. It won't make sense. I'll have to decline, which sucks.
Yeah, man. I mean, good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
I hope it works out for you.
Thank you. I'll probably have weird hours. I'll probably end up working like overnights or something to start, which is weird, but
Yeah,
obviously I'll have
you're
time
gonna
for
have the low
this.
man on the totem pole
Yeah,
action.
yeah.
Now, if you're a corrections officer and you end up not liking that, can you just be like a regular police officer? Be like, hey, put me on a different beat.
I don't know.
Because what if you're there now? You went through the whole police academy. You're a police officer, and then you go to corrections, and you're like, you know what? Actually, getting poop thrown on me is not for me.
Well, this is going to be highly controversial.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm going to say it because it is what it is. But if the corrections doesn't work out, I've already spoke to the recruiter about working for Border Patrol.
Border Patrol.
Yeah.
What border?
Whichever one, doesn't matter.
Why Border Patrol?
Because they're
what's
always
the appeal?
hiring. They make great money.
Oh, all right.
It's all about money.
So it's passion for you then.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I've always been passionate about being able to eat. I've always been passionate about being able to get my rent paid.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think that's probably it comes as something of a surprise to just about anybody and everybody who's ever watched this podcast.
Oh yeah, 100%. Plus, I thought I was like way, like, off the list of even being potentially thought of being hired because I have face tattoos.
I was
hand
about to say, like,
tattoos.
I can't believe that's not a problem.
The guy looked me in the face and was like, none of your tattoos are clearly gang related." I was like, "No." He was like, "What's up with the anchor?" And I looked him in the face and I went, "I saw it on the wall and I wanted it." And he laughed.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. You might end up like going through the police academy for like. There's movies that start like this where it's like the guy who thought he was a little too old, he gets in the police academy and he struggles through it, but he does it. He finishes it out, and then somebody from a division comes up to you after graduation and is like, "Hey, buddy, we got a job for you," and then you end up being some sort of like deep cover operative,
Dude.
because you got like the face tattoos and stuff, and then they put you into some sort of like. Deep cover
Start running with the
situation.
pagans or something crazy.
Right, and you got to like do all this stuff, and you're like a detective, like a deep cover detective.
Dream come true. Dream come true.
They're like, cadet, come with me. We've got a job for you.
Like, are you kidding? Are you like, seriously? Call me Donnie Brasco. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Hey, look, that's it's not out of the realm of possibility. You never know. You got to do a good job in
Yeah.
boot camp or whatever it's called, training.
I'm
basic
more
training.
afraid. Not that I'm afraid. I'm just more intimidated by the school part of the academy. I was never a strong student.
Mm-hmm.
I have, I went and got my GED, but like I got kicked out of high school when I was in 10th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Couldn't you have just gone to another high school?
it was like way far, and it was like in a really bad neighborhood.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't have done well.
Well, you already didn't do well in the good neighborhood that was close. How could you have known?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have survived.
Fair. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, Delaware was kind of rough.
Hmm. That's fine. It's Delaware. Delaware
Yeah.
sucks.
You know, some of my fondest memories are when I was a kid in Delaware in the 90s.
Yeah, but that's because you were a
Skating and
kid in
stuff.
the 90s. That has nothing to do with
Yeah.
Delaware. Because if you can't even go, into the next town, that's not that good.
Yeah, it was rough.
Not that good.
It was rough. It wasn't I mean, even the school that I went to, uh Christiana High School was was on the verge of like being a bad school.
Mm.
Yeah. It
Huh.
was there was a big riot. We were in the newspaper. It was pretty crazy.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
were in the newspaper.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna Google image it and I'll send it to you. Maybe we can insert it in the video or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Was nuts.
Did you get named? Were you named in the article?
I think I was. I think I was. If I wasn't, I was named. Like, there was a picture of me and a couple of my friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I was definitely like named in the picture.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Good for
Like
you, man.
full on Janko jeans with our skateboards. Like it was cool, dude.
Nice. Yeah, if you can get it for me, I'll put it in.
All right, cool. I'm sure I can find it. I just have to like archive like the newspaper from that year.
My phone is still blowing up with this news. This is
Uh-oh.
crazy. This is crazy stuff, dude. Crazy stuff. This never happens. Well, not never, but very rare. Especially with as high a profile dude as this. Especially with as high profile as his whole injury situation has been. Crazy.
That's cool.
Crazy. We love it. We love it.
We love a little controversy.
Yeah.
Sprinkle a little controversy here and there.
That's what makes the world go round.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus. That's a whole
Yeah,
other
don't even
episode.
get me started.
Seriously, dude. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is a good spot.
Yeah.
This is a good
Sick.
spot.
Guys, thank you so much. There was a lot to unpack in that episode. So
Oh, sure. We bounced around.
we did. Yeah. Check us out every week, youtube.com/the Two Clouded Mind Show. You can find us all over social media at Two Clouded Minds. If you feel like stalking us individually, I'm at Kris_is_not_funny on Instagram.
DC in the City on all social media.
Guys, that was fun.
Hmm.
Let me know what you think in the comments about me being a CEO.
Yeah, man. That's a crazy sort of like buried the fucking headline story reveal right there.
Yeah, you tickle them in the beginning and then you just drop the bomb at the end.
I guess so.
Boom.
I guess so.
All right, Dave, thank you so much.
Yep.
You're the man.
I know.
Guys, as always, we love you. Stay clouded.